The warmth of the sun and the heat from the earth is powering more and more homes and businesses in America. Our next stop on the Ohio Solar Tour is here at the home of Carol Bentz. Carol, hi. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you also.
I'd like for you to meet my daughter, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
So nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for letting us visit, even though you're doing tours today.
Yes, well, you're one of my visitors on the Ohio Solar Tour. My home is one of the sites.
Well, speaking of your home, it looks fabulous.
Thank you.
It's your dream home.
Yes, it
and
is.
a green home.
Yes, it is.
Tell us how it came to be and some of the features.
Okay, well, I was looking to buy a new home, and I came out here and visited a model home that was in Deer Valley, met Bill Decker, who was the builder, and I always say it was all over after that, because I knew that if I worked with him, I could get exactly the home I wanted with all the energy efficient features that I wanted.
Great.
And some of those features are LED and compact fluorescent lights throughout the whole home. I have a geothermal heating, cooling, and hot water system. And I also have a 4.3 kilowatt solar panel system on the roof of the house that produces electricity.
And how has that worked for you? You like that?
Well, I love it. I mean, I love my home. I love the setting. And I really love when my electric meter goes backwards.
Well, yes. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
So on the days when the solar panel is producing more electricity than what I'm using, I actually feed electricity back to the grid for other people to use in their homes. And then on the days where I need more energy than what the solar panels are using, or like at night when I'm not getting production from the solar panels, I get electricity from the grid, and then I pay the net difference.
Isn't that great how that works?
Oh, I love the way
Win-win.
that works. It is. It definitely is.
I just snuck down to Carol's basement to take a peek at her geothermal system. The idea of geothermal heating and cooling is relatively new to most people.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi! Oh, goodness.
So, you're lucky.
I am. Tell me, what made you decide geothermal?
Well, I did a lot of research on different systems, and the geothermal system is actually the most energy efficient way to heat and cool your home.
Okay. Now, the installation process. How was that?
Well, for me it was painless because I didn't have to do it, but actually it was pretty easy because all they had to do was dig a 5-foot trench around the perimeter of my backyard, and they put these coils in there, and those are the coils that you see coming down here and going into the water furnace. So that fluid that's in those coils comes in here, it gets compressed, and then in the wintertime it throws heat into the house, and in the summertime it does just the reverse, and it draws the heat out of the house and leaves the cool air in there.
Okay, so one last question I'm dying to
Yes.
know. Are you happy with the decision that you made?
I'm so happy that I did this.
Really?
I really am. I mean, I try to sell it to all my friends. Okay. I've had all kinds of heat. I've had natural gas, I've had all electric, I've had baseboard, I've had forced air, propane, fuel oil. The places I've lived, I've done it all. This is the best system that I've ever had.
As we've seen today, more and more home builders are incorporating solar voltaic, solar thermal, and geothermal systems in their energy-efficient designs. Joining us today is Bill Decker of Decker Homes, the company that built Don's home and Carol's home, and he's here today to answer questions about green building for the solar tour. Bill, I'm an architect. I do a lot of green renovation, but I don't do scratch like you do. Tell me the difference designing green versus traditional.
Well, with our company, it's very little because we already started with green before green was green. All of our homes are a minimum of 30% more efficient than code and have been really since the day we started in 1981.
That's great.
So the question comes in by what degree do they want to increase that? And that's getting better every day. I mean, more and more people are seeing the benefits of building even more efficient. So then the next question is, do they want to use renewable energy systems? And first thing we recommend is the geothermal system, and then we talk about solar PV on the roof. So it's exciting, it's fun, and we're looking forward to building our first net zero home soon.
Well, I have a question for you. When someone is looking for a green builder, or a green contractor, what questions should they be asking?
Well, they should be asking is what documentation do they have what can they prove as far as being green? I mean, do they have any awards? What have they done? Do they have testimonies from customers? Do they have every one of their homes tested so that they give you a certificate, as we do here? This scorecard, every homeowner gets a.
Oh, you had a scorecard.
This is a miles per gallon type of thing.
Oh, really?
And so this home shows it's 35%.
Oh, I see.
or
So
excuse
is
me.
this home here, Carol's home?
Yeah, that
Or
35
is it
means we're
just-
35% away from being net zero.
Oh, I see. Okay.
When you get to zero, you got a net zero home. So
You're aiming to the zero.
if that's our goal, that's what the Department of Energy has set as our goal, and that's what we promise to do. And what we do is we send in this information to the Department of Energy. We do a case study on every home, and me and every other builder that's involved in this program, so that we can find the best pathway to net zero home.
Well, Michelle, talking to Carol and Bill, we learned so much, don't you think?
It was great. It was great.
In the Ohio Solar Tour, fabulous.
Amazing. Yes.
But I think we should head out to Cleveland and have a green dining experience.
Oh, great, because I'm starved.
I am too.
Let's go. Get more information on green home construction, renovation, and remodeling on our website, greenongreen.tv.
Many fine restaurants boast about how fresh their food is, but how many can pick the produce right off the roof? Today, we're at Cleveland's famous Greenhouse Tavern, located in the trendy East 4th District, right next to the House of Blues. This is a restaurant that's taking the farm-to-table concept of fresh food and local produce to a whole new level. And here's the tavern's principal designer and sustainability director, Jonathan St. John Satyatham.
Thank you. Welcome to the Greenhouse Tavern.
Thank
can
you.
call me
It's
St. John
wonderful.
if that's easier.
That'll be easier. I am blown away by this space. It's fabulous. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Oh, certainly. We got together over a year ago to plan a restaurant that would become the Greenhouse Tavern. We had the good fortune to find the East 4th neighborhood, which is a very old historic neighborhood in Cleveland, core of downtown. Had kind of fallen on tough times in the 60s and the 70s, but is reawakened as the premier entertainment district for all of the city.
It's in the summer, it's the hottest place to be.
Absolutely. Patio living at its finest here in Cleveland, Ohio. So we had a unique opportunity to reuse existing building stock. This is a very old building, never built to be a restaurant. So some interesting design challenges there as well. About 25 feet wide by 100 feet deep, so it's a great big shoebox. It allowed us to kind of think differently about how the restaurant would come together. And we have the kitchen, the heart of the restaurant, on the lower level in the cellar. We have our main great room here, a couple of beautiful dining mezzanines, and as things progress next spring and early summer, we will have the only and premier downtown dining on the roof, and urban greenhouse to boot. So it should be a very exciting time.
And that's an amazing story in itself. How do you actually intend to plant produce on this roof? Is that right?
Absolutely. The mandate here is that the closer a restaurant is to the soil and to the farms that supply it, it's going to reflect directly on the quality of the food, the quality of the produce, the quality of the meats, and the quality of the plate that comes to your table. We will have a fully functional urban greenhouse. It won't be, the entirety of our produce, of course, due to space limitations, but it will make a lasting and dependable contribution to the menu. Also, it's an amazing opportunity to show people what is possible with urban greenhouses and urban gardening.